you say so.
It's showtime. We are live. And tonight, yes. And tonight,
Welcome to Combination.
welcome to Combination. Welcome to Combination Trivia. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're here for the first time, we're so excited.
Thanks for joining.
Yay! But hey, if you're here for the first time, or even if not, like, follow, this, that, the other.
Tweet.
Leave a comment.
Ring the bell. Click the icons. Hit the follows.
We're only in this because we really like comics. We hope you do too.
Yes.
And we also like comic movies.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, there's this new Spider-Man movie that came out recently. And everybody, including Todd,
thinks it's amazing.
Are saying it's pretty much the best Spider-Man movie ever.
It's spectacular, yes.
And realize Todd and I have watched some pretty. We've watched some. I think we've seen, between you and me, we've seen pretty much every Spider-Man movie or TV show. Remember the live-action TV show? Ever. So the fact that
Spider-Man.
So the fact that we're saying, hey, this one, it's the best, we've seen enough to know.
Yes.
So, hey, if you're joining us live, and I hope you're joining us live, please play along with the trivia, because tonight we are talking about the comic book adaptation of, well, the comic book creation of Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man. That was the inspiration between the movie.
Yes.
That we love so much.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey. So go hit the button or scan and let's get started. It's going to be easy. It's multiple choice. Give it a shot.
Take your best guess.
Get lucky.
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
Ready.
First appeared in what? Part of the Ultimate line.
Yes. In Fallout number 4.
Correct. Now, in comic book continuity, Miles is like 13 years old, which feels a little younger than the character he plays, or the character that is played in the movie, because that character feels 14, 15. But yeah, in comic book continuity, Miles is a 13-year-old boy who's part of the Marvel, or was part of the Marvel Ultimate Universe.
Mm-hmm.
We are not going to unpack Marvel continuity.
No.
We don't have that time, but
you got like 10 hours for the next 10 days straight.
Exactly. But it bears to mention that Miles Morales came from a different continuity than, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that you're probably more familiar. Just in case you were wondering what in the Earth 616 was going on.
Yeah.
By the way, Todd, for no additional points, in addition to the movies, Miles has been part of what creation? What?
Well, he actually had a series sort of on Disney XD at one point in time.
Yes. But he wasn't Spider-Man, he was Kid Arachnid.
Right.
I kid you not. So, Miles Morales.
Uh-huh.
What's his middle name?
By process of elimination, it's got to be Gonzalez.
Yes. So, Chavez, that's America Chavez, who appeared in
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Better known as
Miss America.
Yes.
And Diego de la Vega, also known as Don Diego de la Vega or just Diego Vega, is.
Zorro.
And we talked about Zorro because you may not know it, but Dynamite Comics has some really nice Zorro comics out
They
there.
do.
And if he's actually in Zorro, let no one tell you different. He's pretty much one of the first Latino superheroes, if not the first.
Not to mention one of the first masked heroes, period.
Yes. But
1919, I think.
something like that.
Something like that.
Hey, watch our show on Zorro, and then you'll know.
Yes.
And speaking of Latino superheroes,
Yeah.
Amy Reyes.
One of the more recent ones. Who's the new Blue Beetle?
And we'll be talking about Blue Beetle in a few weeks, so stick with us. Come back. It's always.
And he's got a movie coming out this summer.
I know, right? It's going to be good. Blue Beetle is one of those, he's an underdog.
Yeah.
I think.
But he's a beetle.
He's an under beetle. There you go.
He's an under beetle.
John, Paul, George, Ringo.
And Jaime.
What's the name of Miles's dad? Now, I don't know why Miles's dad doesn't have the last name Morales, but he does it.
Right.
That's true in the comic book. It's true in the movie. I don't know why. But Todd, what's his name?
It's Jefferson Davis.
Yep.
By
the way, for no additional points, UN Jefferson is from?
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Right.
It was a character from Revenge of the Nerds. But
Jefferson Pierce is a Hellfire Club member.
Exactly. But Jefferson Davis is Miles Morales' dad. And yeah, lots of things are different about Miles' dad in the movie. And a couple of things are the same. The last name being different.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that's a little different in the comic book, or maybe it's just the emphasis is different, is that when we meet Miles's dad in the comic book, he's not a cop.
No.
In fact, well, he's a former criminal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
with Uncle Aaron.
He hang out with Uncle Aaron. Now Miles's dad decided to no longer have a life of crime, but Uncle Aaron,
otherwise known as,
became a supervillain known as
the Prowler.
Yep. But this isn't immediately known to Miles.
Nope.
And he's, they still hang out, and
yeah,
blood is thicker than
rap sheets.
There you go. Thanks for the save.
Sure.
Now, Miles is from Todd.
He is from Brooklyn.
Exactly. So, Todd, for no additional points, can you name other superheroes or who are from Brooklyn?
Well, Captain Steve Rogers, for one. Our pal and friend scientist, Dr. Phineas Horton, who created the original Human Torch.
That's Steve, but yes. Yeah.
And Dr. Thomas Holloway, also known as the Angel from way back in the early days of Timely Comics.
Yeah.
And at one point in time, Namor even kicked around the Brooklyn Naval Yard there for a while.
I don't think Namor's from Brooklyn,
No.
But,
But there was a point where he was lost and confused. And was hanging out down there till the Human Torch found him.
Not the original Human Torch, but that's
Oh,
another story.
yes. I keep those straight.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You got to carry the right torch. Jokes will never improve, ever.
Nope. It's about as hot as they get.
Okay, but Peter
Okay.
Parker, everybody knows that Peter Parker's from Queens. What part of Queens?
Specifically, he's from Forest Hills.
Yes.
Better than being
Now,
from Forest Lawn.
here's a fun fact. Todd, did you know that if you go to Google Maps and search for the destination Spider-Man's house, it
Mm-hmm.
will actually point to a location in Forest Hills?
Yes. It'll show you an
This
Austin West
comes,
house.
yeah, this comes from longtime comic book continuity.
Yeah.
And the New York Times actually did an article years ago
Mm-hmm.
about the Spider-Man house. And
Right.
in the article, it was mentioned that the current occupants were named.
Parker, of all things.
Yeah, they really were. In the movies have the most recent movies have put Spider-Man in Celtic Park, but that's movie continuity. We're talking about the comic book.
Right.
Queens, baby. Queens.
Brooklyn.
Now, Miles' school, very big in the comic book, very
Mm-hmm.
big in the movie.
Yes.
Where is it that he's going to school?
That would be the Brooklyn Visions Academy.
Correct.
Not led by Wanda's wife, or Wanda's husband, Vision. Sorry.
No.
Different
That's the
Vision.
Doctor Strange Magic Academy, which we
Right.
also did a show about. You should check it out.
Yeah.
Now, Miles only gets to attend Brooklyn Visions Academy because he won the lottery. This is something that I don't really feel that the movie kind of focused on. This is not a situation where Miles was a scholarship student and he tested really well and therefore he was able to get into this very competitive school. It's a very competitive school, but it's it's one that he was lucky in to get in. So there's very much of in the movie, if you notice that there's I'm not sure I belong here.
Yeah.
It's because he didn't work to get in. He was lucky, but he was lucky, and frankly, I think he's
proven himself because he's a smart kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is cool.
Yeah. Stay in school.
Yes.
You could learn to be a superhero.
Or
you could learn all the science. There you go.
Create a teleporter or something cool like that.
Yeah. For your science school project. There you go.
There you go.
Now, Miles has a friend named... What? Todd?
Genki.
Genki.
Genki Lee.
Genki Lee is Miles's best friend. And Genki is somebody who Miles meets. Isn't it good that he lottery?
Yep.
Genki is super smart, of course, and Genki is the only one that Miles really tells about what's going on. He's the one who can, And if you saw the first movie, if you're only coming to this from having seen the Spider-Verse movies, he's the roommate. He's, in the first Spider-Man movie.
And he does show up in the second one, too.
Good. And Genki is... Genki very much wants Miles to be a superhero. Genki wants to be the guy in the chair. And if you're thinking, guy in the chair, that kind of sounds like Ned Leeds. It's
just remember, this is Ultimate Spider-Man.
Well, no, but it is. Ned Leeds doesn't really appear in Spider-Man continuity, but Genki does. So it's commonly felt that Genki inspired the creation of Ned Leeds.
Mm-hmm.
But Todd, when you become a superhero, I'm your guy in the chair. Got it?
Yep. My person in the chair.
In addition to his roommate, in addition to his friend, he's got a roommate named.
Believe it or not, Judge.
Yup.
Don't judge me.
So Judge is one of the roommates, and they are friends, but Judge doesn't know the secrets, which leads to some awkward student dinners.
Yeah, a little bit of tension in the dorm room there.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't, well, read the book.
Uh-huh.
It's a little,
Yeah,
read the book.
you know.
Now, if you're wondering how Miles came to his powers, and people do wonder, it's because he was bitten by something. And it wasn't Todd's dog. He was bitten by what?
Specimen 42.
Correct. Now, Todd, Specimen 42, that comes straight out of the comic book, and it's all over the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people believe that that's a reference to Douglas Adams' book, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but it is not.
Nope.
Specimen 42 is a reference to Jackie Robinson's jersey number.
Yeah.
And Jack Roosevelt Robinson was an American professional baseball player who became the first Black man to ever play on a Major League Baseball team. He was an infielder for the Brooklyn Dodgers for
Brooklyn.
Yeah. True. 9 or 10 years. He was Rookie of the Year. He was All-Star. He was Most Valuable Player.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He changed everything.
Yes.
And he changed everything. And actually, the Major League Baseball retired his number.
Yeah.
So maybe the answer, Todd, to the ultimate question of life, the universe is everything, is to try to be more like Jackie Robinson.
Could do worse. He's a good role model.
He started charities, all sorts.
Better than 66, because, you know.
Yeah, but family means never getting left behind. So anyway, Miles was bitten by Specimen 42, which was manufactured by, I'm going to go on a limb here and say it's not Star Labs because
that would be from the DC universe.
Yeah, exactly. So, Todd, who manufactured it?
That would be Osborne Industries.
Correct. Osborne Industries, sometimes shortened to Oscorp.
Yep.
Now, Roxxon couldn't have done it because Roxxon, they basically deal in energy and angering frost giants. That's another show we did.
Yes.
And Queen Consolidated, well,
also from the DC universe, because that's ran by Oliver Queen's dad, doing the Green Arrow stuff.
But yeah, so Osborne Industries made number 42.
Yes. Because nothing ever goes wrong radiating spiders.
Yes. What could possibly go wrong? What were they trying to replicate?
Wasn't Moralco?
Nope. It was the Super Soldier Serum. Now, Todd, for no additional points, what is the Forever Compound?
The Forever Compound is... Wait.
How about the Infinity Formula?
The Infinity Formula is what Nick Fury has taken in the comic books to keep him young-looking since World War II. And a couple other people have it briefly as well.
And
Moralco is the formula that Hourman from DC Comics takes, which gives him 59 minutes of superpowers.
Yep.
Hence
And
the
my recollection is the Forever compound is a knockoff of the Infinity Formula. But if
could
you
be.
if you really care, let us know. We'll dig into it and do a whole show. So, but Oscorp, who's that run by? Yep, Norman Osborn.
Mm-hmm.
And Norman Osborn, he's known by many names.
Right.
But one of these he hasn't been known as. Which one is it?
That would be the Gray Goblin.
Correct. So here's the thing. Norman Osborn is Peter Parker's archenemy, or at least one of them.
Mm-hmm.
He started as the Green Goblin, first appearing when?
Quarterback in 1964 at Amazing Spider-Man number 14.
Yep. And then for a while, Norman Osborn was the Iron Patriot.
Da-da-dum.
First appearing
in Dark Avengers number 1.
Then he was the Red Goblin.
Right.
First
Not
appearing.
to be confused at all.
Yeah, exactly. First appearing
in Amazing Spider-Man 798 in April
Correct.
of 2018.
And most recently, he was the Gold Goblin.
Sure.
Appearing in Gold Goblin number 1 in November of last year.
Yeah.
Now, Todd, for no additional points, there is a Gray Goblin in the Marvel Universe.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know who it is?
It's somebody named Gabriel Stacy.
Yeah. And again, oh my God, to try to explain his origin, the continuity, no. But he's somewhat related to Norman Osborn, but not exactly.
Uh-huh.
If you truly want us, we'll go in, we'll unpack, we'll find a book, we'll talk about it. But you're going to have to ask us, because we will do what you ask.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the book, Miles, he starts off, he helps some people, and then he battles a supervillain named...
Well, it's not Karnak, because he's an Inhuman, so he's a good guy.
Okay.
So I'm thinking it's Kangaroo, not to be confused with Captain Kangaroo, who's also a good guy.
You're jumping to confusion. You're jumping to confusion. You're jumping to conclusions, and I am jumping to confusion. But yes.
Okay. I'm already in a state of confusion, so we're okay.
So, hey, technically, in case you're like, hang on, wait. Yes, there are 2 Marvel supervillains, both of who are known as Kangaroo. 2. Miles fought the Frank Oliver version. He's from Australia. He's a failed boxer, and he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
There's badness.
Bad guy.
You know, there are worse bad guys, but Australians, bad guys. Now here's final question, and you should know this.
Dun, dun, dun.
With great comes great
blank. That would be, with great power comes great responsibility.
Now, in comic continuity, it's Uncle Ben who says this first, right?
Yes. Quarterback in the early days, yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, if you're sitting there thinking, where did Uncle Ben get this line? We kind of think he actually made it up himself, or at least that it was written for him. If you dig in, sometimes people, and we dig in, Voltaire. Mm-hmm. Voltaire said in May of 1793, they must consider with great responsibility. They must consider that great responsibility follows inseparably from great power. It's a little wordy. It's the same intent. Voltaire wasn't running around with a cape and doing, fighting crime.
Well,
He was talking to the French National Convention.
I say he may not have been fighting crime, but because he was a Frenchman in 1793, he might have been wearing a cape.
There you go. That's
It was the
true.
fashion,
And hey,
Hey,
French Revolution. Maybe he was in his way changing the world.
he
And
didn't lose his
also,
head.
also, just to be completist, there is
Yes.
such a thing. There is, for those folks who say it comes from the Bible, the passage you're thinking about is Luke 12:48. From everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded, and from the one who has been entrusted with much, much more will be asked.
Yes.
So, it's the same general sentiment, but someone obviously went and made it a little shorter.
Yeah.
So, tonight we've been talking about Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man. And Todd, what do you remember about the Ultimate Spider-Man?
Well, he obviously takes his inspiration from another Spider-Man, or
Yes.
Peter Parker, and basically helps spin the so tangled web that is the 60,000 million different Spider-Mans or Spider-Persons from all the 60 million different multiverse worlds out there. Because
Yes.
if you name it, there's a version of a Spider-Person. There's a spider cowboy gunslinger with a spider horse.
There you go. So
we're not going to ask for his web shoot out of, though.
Okay. This was written by Brian Michael Bendis, who is an award-winning comic creator and one of the most successful writers in mainstream comics. Brian books have consistently sat on the top of nationwide comic and graphic novel sales charts. Yes, we've also done a couple of his books. He's good. If you're interested, we should reach out to him and see if he wants to be a guest star.
Yeah. Maybe I'll pop in.
Most of the art was done by Sarah Pichelli, who's an Italian comics artist. And while she's done some work for IDW as well, I think she's best known for this work with
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Ultimate Spider-Man, but most of the covers, I believe, were done by Chris Samney.
Yeah. Love Chris Samney.
And he received the 2011 Harvey Award for Most Promising Newcomer, and he's been doing his work. He's worked on Thor. He's worked on Rocketeer. He won an Eisner. We like him.
Yeah, he's done a whole slew of books with Mark Waid between Daredevil and Black Widow and Captain America, and I feel like one more. So yeah, he does some good stuff. As does Sarah. Very pretty.
So, and tonight's big winner, Harold Hill.
Harold! Good job, Harold. Well done, you.
Yes.
Smoking the competition.
All right. So that's it for us. Give us a like, give us a follow. We're looking at a couple of books. Maybe we'll, we don't want a secret.
Right.
Keep it secret from you, but we might invade your Tuesdays at some point in the future.
Let
us know what you want to see. Let us know what's working for you. Let us know what's not. And above all, please give us a like, give us a follow, give us a tweet, give us a bell, send us an email, join our mailing list.
Yeah.
And above all,
read more comics.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.